I'm going to show you how to add $2,200 to your wedding bookings in 20 minutes. I'm Marissa Grace. I took my wedding business from $20,000 a year to $260,000 in 24 months, solo, without a team, doing weddings without me, running paid ads. After working with over 700 students in my programs who are bridal hairstylists, bridal makeup artists, I constantly see them leaking profit. So I'm going to show you 5 ways that you can tackle right now to add $2,200 to your wedding bookings. And no, we are not selling a hair prep or a skin prep guide for $7, and we're not selling a tutorial, and we're not forcing tips on our brides. No time for you if you do. Okay, first things first is travel fee. Your travel fee, when I stopped charging per mile and started charging per half hour, I was able to increase my profit in an insane amount so fast. For example, I live 16 miles outside of Center City, Philadelphia. That ride without traffic is about a half hour. That ride with traffic is about an hour each way. The 16-mile ride round trip is going to be about 30 miles. The first mistake is only charging for one way of your time. You're going 2 ways. Always make sure you're charging round trip. But if I'm only charging 50 cents per mile, that's only $15 that I'm making for sometimes a 2-hour ride. So here's what it looks like. If I'm charging per mile 50 cents per mile for 16 miles at a 1-hour ride one way, I'm only earning $15 versus if I'm charging per half hour and I'm charging $50 per half hour of my time, that 1-hour ride at a round trip rate is going to be $100. I've just added $85 of profit to your bank account. Let's go. Next is going to be having a booking minimum. My love, if you walk away with anything, let it be this. You turn away all other bookings for one bride. It is highly unlikely that you are going around working with multiple brides, multiple weddings in one day. If you are, power to you. I could never. You don't need to. We want to earn more working less, and this is how you're going to do it. Having a booking minimum. Instead, I see you out here charging bride only, taking a bride only. You don't offer her a trial. She doesn't need that for booking. You're trying to take any booking that you can. So you will allow a bridal only to come in, and let's just say you're only charging her $300. Okay, so that's how much you're going to earn for that one bride, and you turned away all other wedding bookings for that one bride. Right? Now let's say you have a booking minimum, and let's just say it's bride plus 3 guests. What that's going to look like is you're charging $300 for the bride, maybe you're charging $150 per person, and you are also requiring a trial because it's a non-negotiable for you, right? You want everybody to have a trial. Now your booking minimum is at $1,000. I've just added $700 of profit straight to your bank, girlfriend. And on the flip side, you're missing out on $700 worth of profit. So now the total profit that we've added between the travel fee and the booking minimum is $785. The third way that we're adding $2,300 to your bookings right now is charging for an assistant fee. Stop doing the entire bridal party solo. Earn more, work less. If you're just a hairstylist or you only do makeup services and you're still out here doing the entire bridal party, let's just say a bride plus 8, hi, I'm guilty. You could be earning more, working less by having an assistant, okay? Over time, you're not going to want to work with these larger bridal parties because it's going to be a lot on you. And you want to be a 6-figure earner. A 6-figure earner is all about working smarter, not harder. So the way to do that is an assistant fee. So if we look here, when you don't have an assistant fee, let's just say you're still charging $300 for your bride, $150 for guests, and you have a bridal party of 8. What that's going to look like is about $1,500. Now let's say you do have an assistant that comes on and you're paying them at a standard commission rate of around 70%. You're going to wind up paying your assistant $525, and what you're profiting is $975, which isn't bad, but this is why I see a lot of people so afraid to add an assistant and why you will do the entire bridal party, because you want that $1,500, right? So here's what it's going to look like with the assistant fee. You're still working the bride plus 8, you're still charging the same rates, but you're adding on a $400 assistant fee for booking that assistant. Now it's going to look like a $1,900 total. You're still paying out your assistant the same rate, but you are now earning $400 more in profit versus if you are not charging this, you're out $400. So we've just added $1,185. Working smarter, not harder. Okay, we've done the travel fee. We've got a booking minimum. We're charging for assistance so we can earn more, work less. Now let's talk about upsells. Upsells are going to be additional services that your bride needs in addition to the bare minimum basics of the day of services. That's going to look like touch-ups for a first look, touch-ups till the ceremony, cocktail hour, hair extension rentals, premium touch-up kits. Stop giving your touch-up kits away for free. It is an amazing upsell that she needs. Instead of giving it away for free, earn more profit with it. So in these examples, I'm taking the exact same thing that we had in the assistant example. So you're working a bride plus 8, and here's everything you're charging for. You're charging for trial, you're charging for the guest, bride day of services, travel fee, and the total is $19.50. You're paying out your assistant with the travel fee and the 5 guests that they're working, $625. Your profit is going to look like $13.25. Now, when you add an upsell, let's just say you add a first look touch-up upsell. So that's going to look like maybe 4 hours, and you're charging around $100 per hour. So here's what everything's going to look like when you have the assistant fee, the touch-up fee, you got a trial, travel, and the bare minimum basics in there. We're looking at $27.50. Still paying out your assistant the same of $625, but you've now increased your profit by $800 because you've added this upsell. Your profit went from $13.25 to $2,125. And you are not working with more brides. You are earning more from the brides you already have booked. This is 6-figure energy right here. So overall, with everything we've talked about so far, we've now added $1,985 to your wedding bookings. I feel like I'm going to cover this in 10 minutes, not 20. Period. Okay, one of my personal favorites is going to have to be offering 2 looks at trials. Yes, you can still do this as a makeup artist. How you would do this as a makeup artist, because I know you're already going to have questions, is you would start off with a softer look and then you build up and add up. And you might be like, Marissa, that's what I do at trials anyway. You want to frame it as 2 looks because it's going to take you more time, right? Let's just say you're doing different lashes. That's going to take you more time. Let's just say your standard 1 look trial is around a 2-hour appointment. That's what it was for me. But it's going to be an additional hour if I was adding on a second look. So let's just say my bride wanted to see a glam wave and she wanted to see herself with a high bun. That's going to take me about 3 hours. So you want to make sure you're charging for that time. So let's just say your typical 1 look trial is going to look around a 2-hour appointment and you charge around $250 for it. Now let's just say you do 2 looks and you're charging an additional $250 for that additional hour. You've just added on $200. And when you add all of these up, when we do the travel fee, the booking minimum, the assistant fee, offering an upsell, and offering 2 looks at the trial, you can now add an additional $2,185. If you round it up, it's going to be around $2,200. And we're not working with more brides. This is all from 1 booking. And that's how you can earn more and work less. And of course, I have a few honorable mentions because this is just some ways that you can increase cash flow that I've learned over time. The first one is going to be increasing your deposit. So let's just say you need cash flow right now. Typically, you can go with a percentage for your deposit of the overall booking, or you can go with just a flat fee, meaning you need to pay this rate in order for me to hold your date. And if you're not doing deposits, jail time for you. I always did a flat fee because it was just easier for me on the back end, and that's just typically how I like to run my business. When I started out, I would do a flat fee of like $200, which was honestly so low. So over time, I increased it. And when I increased it to a $500 flat fee, that means every time somebody booked me, I would instantly get $500 of the deposit money, right? Now, if you're somebody who needs more cash flow in the meantime right now, you want to increase this so then you can get that instant cash flow. So if you increase it from a $200 flat fee to a $500 flat fee, that's an instant $300 of cash to your bank account where you don't need to do more. And my last absolute favorite way for you to add more cash flow is going to be to increase your post frequency. Stick with me here because I have data to back this up, okay? The more you post, the more brides know you exist. The more traffic you have, the more booking opportunities you will get, okay? The more I posted, the more brides were in my inbox. And the more inquiries I got, it was the easier odds that a bride was going to book with me, okay? So sales is a numbers game. This is how we're going to break down your 5K month just from booking deposits. If you want to book 10 weddings in a month, earning around $500 per deposit, that's going to give you a $5,000 month. Now, to earn that, when we look at sales as a numbers game, you want to have around 100 conversations with brides. Now, if I lost you or you just spit out your Alani nil, stick with me, okay? Because you're likely going to book at 20%, which is the average. So that's why increasing your post frequency, getting more brides in your inbox every single month is going to give you more conversations that you have with brides, aka giving you more chances to book more brides. Now, let's just say you convert higher and you're converting better, you're having better sales conversations, you have a better booking process, and maybe you're converting at 30%. Well, then to book 10 weddings, you would only need to have 35 conversations. Either way, whatever one we're looking at, more traffic equals more odds that brides are going to land in your inbox and more brides to book with you, which is your choice. All right, let me know in the comments below which one you're going to add to your bookings today. And we did this under 20 minutes. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.